Hello guys. Oh, my lashes are stuck together. Fix them. Sorry, I just took off my eye makeup. Hang on a second. I'm going to share this really quick, if I can find it, over to a party that I am doing right now. Hey, give me a shout out when you get on here. Hang on. Let me get this shared super fast. I gotta say hi to Meredith's people. Okay. So I promised you guys that I would hop on tonight. Hey Jamie, hey Miranda. And that I would share with you one of my very, very favorite looks. Hey Hush. Now what an honor to have you on here. Ooh, you kind of make me nervous. Is Joanna with you? So you're making me nervous. So I told you guys I would show you one of my very, 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 very favorite looks. It is my Addiction Palette 4 and Palette 1. I wore this and I posted it while I was at the beach, and I got a lot of comments and some messages asking for a video. I've done Palette 1 videos, I've done Palette 4 videos, but I've never quite done this particular video, and it's just a really pretty look. So I think you guys are gonna like it. Hey everyone, hello, hello. Hey Nicole, hey Tara, hey Cindy, hey Crystal, hey Morgan, hey Paige. If I miss you, it's just because your name has popped up so quickly and I didn't see you. Hey Jackie, hey Alicia. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Oh good, tell her hi. Hi Joanna. Hey Lisa. All right, so this is really easy, and I'm using quite a few colors here, so I don't want that to intimidate you. As you guys know, I always try to make my looks for, geared for beginners. So this is not hard at all, I promise. And I take you through step by step. Hey Amy, hey Whitney. All right, so I'm gonna start out with Addiction Palette 4. We're gonna be focusing on the browns out of this palette. So no blues today, sadly. But I'm gonna start with this tender color, and I've went ahead and done my eye primer. So I did that just for time's sake, although it doesn't take long. So I'm gonna go ahead and highlight right under my brow bone with Tender. It is a really good, oh, I just remembered I forgot to fix my eyebrow. Hang on. When I was taking off my shadow, I kind of took off a little bit of my eyebrow. Not that that matters. I guess you guys probably don't care. You probably, yeah, you can tell a little bit. Okay, so that bugs me. Hang on, I gotta fix it. Because you can't have like this pretty eyeshadow and this jacked up eyebrow. So I gotta fix that right there. Just enough. Okay, because I just kind of went boop. Okay, so back to where I was. Tender is our highlighter right under the brow and then on the inner corner of the eye. Oh, Morgan. Okay, so Morgan, have you seen my Addiction Palette 4 video with the blues? And look, I'm just kind of doing a C. I know that looks really scary. When I get this all blended together, it won't be, I promise. Hey, Trish. So Morgan, the blues in Addiction Palette 4, they do look really scary. It's kind of like Palette 5. It looks really scary at first glance. Oh, but they are so stinking pretty. I wear the blues a lot, and I always get compliments. They're like real classy blues. Thanks, Shannon. That's very sweet of you. They're not 80s blues. They're classy blues, if that makes sense. So you're gonna have to try it. Just trust me, you're gonna have to try it. All right, so you see where I put Tender. Really, really easy so far, right? I am gonna throw in a little curveball, and this is something that you guys have seen me do, if I can find it. You do not have to do this step, but I do like to do my Malibu bronzer as sort of my base color, sort of my peekaboo color. Thought I had all my brushes ready. Yeah, what'd you say, Amy, about slate blues? Yeah, in Palette 4, it is, hey, other Amy, Amy Ferris. It is slate blues in Palette 4, and I don't know. This one right here is seriously one of the most gorgeous blue eyeshadow colors I have ever seen. It is absolutely gorgeous. I wore this actually on vacation as well. Just beautiful. Yes, it is a great multi-purpose palette. That is a good way to put it. It's you can be daring or you can be neutral, whatever you prefer. So I'm just popping in, I may have to get my charger in a minute. Malibu bronzer, which is this right here. Half matte, half shimmer. I rub my brush across the whole palette and I'm focusing it onto my crease and just a little bit onto my brow bone area. And I'm going all the way into the inner corner of my eye. I do this almost every time I wear my shadows. Even when I don't use neutrals, a lot of times I will still sort of do this as my peekaboo. I think it's pretty to always have that little peak of brown neutral peeking out underneath any color that you're wearing. When I do purples, pinks, even with my blues, I will do this, okay? So that was very easy, right? Okay. Hey, Debbie. I may have to get my charger. We'll wait just a minute. Hopefully I'll not lose you guys. Make sure that's going. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to grab Secretive, which is this one. I've used this one the most out of palette 4, you can tell. It's a gold shimmer. I don't know. Gold shimmer, but it's not gold. It's a tannish, brownish gold shimmer. Somebody help me out on the color there. It's a really, 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 really pretty color. Really, really pretty. And I so wanted to do this in natural lighting so you guys could really see the colors well. And I think you can see them good enough, but this color is gorgeous and I wear it a ton. So I'm just going to focus this right here on my lid area. Now I'm not going to come all the way to the inner corner because that's where I put Tender. So I'm kind of kissing Tender with Secretive, right? So I'm stopping about right here and focusing on my lid, and I am going to come up a little bit into my crease and a little bit on top of where I did my Malibu bronzer. So it's going to be a little bit darker right up there, and we're still going to go darker in the crease area in just a minute. But tell me if you guys follow me so far. Do you think copperish? I don't know, I started to say copper, but to me, copper has red. To me, copper is in palette 5. It's kind of where I would get my copper color from, and also Defiant Splurge Cream Shadow. It's got that red to it. So that's why, the only reason I didn't say copper, I feel like that's got a red. This has no red in it. So if you think of copper and take the red out, that's exactly what this color is. So I guess you could describe it that way maybe. All right, so same thing on other eye. And you see I'm coming up right here into my crease as well. Okay, so far so good. You could completely stop there and have a gorgeous color. Hang on guys, let me grab my charger. Give me 1 second. I don't want it to go dead on me. Sorry. I would so hate to be in the middle of this and lose you guys because it's so rare that I can find those moments to go live. I'm gonna put my hand in front of the camera, hang on. Now, no worries now. I should have done that before. Okay, golden bronze. Okay, I like that. That's good, Trish. Miranda says antique maybe. Yeah, I like antique-y golden bronze. I think that's a good description for it. I think that's more spot on than copper. All right, so can you guys see that pretty good? Hopefully that light's okay. Lip color, Heather, is what I posted earlier today. I can't believe I've never done this combination. It is Pompous Lip Liner, which is that really pretty, I have got makeup coming out of my eyeballs. I don't even know where I put it, and I just put it back on so you guys could see it a little bit better. Here it is. Pompous, which is this right here, sort of a raisin. Looks more pink on the camera. It's not quite so pink. And then Lovable Lip Gloss right on top. So I lined and filled my lips in with this. Hey, Kathy. And then I put my Lovable Lip Gloss right on top, which is that baby pink that I love so, so much because you guys know how much I love my pinks. So that's it. That was a really pretty combo. I can't believe I've never done that before. Okay, so I'm going to set Addiction Palette 4 aside. We're going to grab Addiction Palette 1. That's this one here. This is the neutral palette right here. This was the first palette that I purchased, and probably most of you, this is the first palette that you purchased because it's the safe palette, but it is gorgeous, and I use the colors out of this palette a lot. Thank you, Angela. I'm going to grab my crease brush. By the way, I used my deluxe brush on my lid area just a second ago, and I'm going to roll my brush in to these last two dark colors. So that's Forthright and Zealous. These are typically, when you see a dark crease color on me, a lot of times these are what I use, no matter what other colors I've got on. If brown goes with them, this is usually my crease color. And so I'm just gonna do a V, and I'm coming right into my crease area, and my outer V with that. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Bobby. And just coming right with those two colors. And I don't really know why I mixed those two colors. I have always mixed those two colors. Only thing I can guess is that Forthright is matte and Zealous is a very tiny, it has a very tiny bit of shimmer in it. And so I guess maybe I like a little shimmer to everything. So maybe that's why I mix them. I don't really know, but they're really pretty together. Hey, Christina. Hey, Lauren. So that's what I do. And they just turn out really nice. So I'm kind of feathering that up onto my brow bone area as well. And of course, I'm going to blend all this in just a second. Oh, there's Angie. Your sister's on here, Angie. Okay, so there's that. All right. Now I'm going to blend all that in a minute. But first, before I do that, I'm going to grab my Malibu bronzer again. Am I your Southern Belle? And I'm just going to grab an old brush. And what I'm going to do is come underneath with my bronzer. I really like to take the bronzer under my lash line area. I feel like it gives me a really nice neutral base there. Somebody asked me, I have questions a lot about applying liners to the bottom. You guys will see in a minute, I'm going to apply my perfect liner to my waterline. I don't do that much. But for some reason with this look, I do like to do that. I have to look up because I will get this in my eye if I don't. And I still usually get it in my eye. So I just kind of like to put that little bit of a neutral base there. And then here's the other thing I do. My old trusty brush that you guys have seen me use since day one. I don't know, it's a Walmart brush or something. But on the end, it's got this little small kind of pointy. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to roll it into Chipper in Addiction Palette 1. And I'm going to focus that right on my lash line. So Malibu bronzer kind of went under my lash line, onto my actual skin, okay? I don't want so much shadow and stuff focused right onto my lash line that makes your eyes really harsh. I think it's pretty to sort of have the shadow down here just a little bit under your lash line onto your skin, and it sort of gives you that softness and it's not quite so harsh looking. So just a little light layer of Chipper right onto my lash line. And then of course I've got the Malibu bronzer right under it, and they're sort of blending together if you guys can see that. Ah, hey Callie, hey Keisha. All right, so same thing on this side. And I always saw pictures like in magazines and stuff, and I'm like, how do they get their shadows like that underneath? Because I was literally just taking a liner and just drawing it, and I was trying to smudge my liner. Don't try to smudge your liner. If you want that smudged look, use your shadows, not your liner. If you want to focus your liner down there, it's fine, but I'm telling you, try it with your shadows. I think you'll like it. And if you, especially when you can use more than one color. Who said that? Hey, Melissa. Hey, Brooke. Yeah, Laura. So, yeah, this is actual suntan here. This is fake tan. This is, that's this. I've been putting this on every single day. Put it on this morning because I tried. Now, there was one day I didn't get, I didn't have my hat on. It was so windy and my hat kept blowing off. And even though I had a lot of sunscreen on my face, and if you guys will go back and watch my video where I went live for just a few minutes from Shell Island, you guys will see this big patch on my forehead. That is my melasma patch right there. And then I've got it really dark here. It's darker on this side than this side. And then I kind of get like above my lips, so it almost looks like I have a mustache. It's really bad. So, but you guys will see that in the video. I didn't realize you could really, really see it until I watched it later. And I was like, oh my goodness, it's real big on my forehead. So even though I had tons of sunscreen on and wore my hat like almost 99% of the time, any sun on my face at all whatsoever, it pulls that melasma out and it just makes those dark patches really prominent, and it's really annoying. So great makeup takes care of that. If I were to wipe my makeup off, in fact, if I can remember to do that before I get off here, I'll wipe it off my forehead and you guys can see what I'm covering up. It's bad. Hey y'all. Who is that? Crystal and Yasina. I know I've said your name before. I think I said that right. Yasina, did I say it right? Hey Jamie. Yes, Lauren. The Walmart brush is this one. Face Secrets. I think it's Walmart. And it just says Face Secrets Duo Shadow. So this is like a fluffier end here. Sort of, this kind of emulates our deluxe brush. And then this end here is more precise that you can go on your lower lash line with that. You can pick up any cheapo brush like that. But our crease brush works the same. All of my crease brushes though are kind of designated for things. I use them for certain things. So this is my highlighter brush and this is designated for my lower lash. So I've got everything designated. I even have tape on things so I know what to use with each thing. Yeah, Callie. Yeah. I know. It happens and it's like I have SPF 50. It probably wouldn't have mattered if I had 70. I was spraying the sunscreen, and I also have my other sunscreen stuff, which is somewhere around here. And it doesn't matter. I mean, especially when you're so south like that, and like you're at Dollywood, so you're in full sun like that, it does. It just comes out. So yeah, you guys help me remember, and I'll wipe my makeup off, and you can see what I'm covering up on these areas. All right, so anyway, back to the eyes. So where did I leave off? Okay, so I did the crease and I've done the lower. So I haven't blended yet, but what I'm gonna do first is grab my Perfect liner. Here it is. This is the Perfect Black. Brooke, I have got Pompous lip liner and Lovable lip gloss on my lips. And I lined with Pompous and then filled them in. Hey, Crystal in Australia. Hey, Shyler. And then I put the Lovable lip gloss right on top. So once again, I'm going to take this Perfect, and I don't typically do this. You guys will see me sometimes line my waterline, but I don't usually do it. But I kind of like to do it for this look because I just do. So I'm just going to line the waterline, okay? I realize that makes my eyes look smaller, but I don't care because I like it for this look. The other thing I'm going to do is I am going to put liner on the top. Thanks, Brooke. And I'm going to do... now, usually you guys know I use Irate from Addiction Palette 3. The only reason I'm not going to use it right now is because I want to show you this look with only 2 palettes. So I'm just going to grab my Addiction Palette 1 and I'm going to use my darkest matte color, which is Forthright, and we're going to try that as our liner. No, Hendersonville is not far away at all. I was actually there not too long ago where I travel with my job. I used to actually have that area and go to Sumner County. Now I only go to Wilson County. That's as far west as I go. So no, you're right. It's not far at all. I'm just blending really quick first. And I'll post a picture too when I get done in case you guys didn't see my picture that I posted the other day that does this much, much more justice because it is very hard since I'm not in the natural lighting right now to see how these colors, you can really see in my picture how all the colors kind of mesh and blend and everything together. Is it Bay in Cancun? Are you seriously in Cancun? You're gonna make me cry. I just got back from the beach. Hey, Dawn. And I almost cried with my 5-year-old. He did not want to leave, and neither did I. I want to live there. I want to live anywhere there's water. I'm all about the water. Ooh, hang on, I dropped my brush. Okay, so I'm going to do my Addiction Palette 1. And like I said, I'm going to grab Forthright, which is this darker matte brown color. And guys, in case you missed it, this month, the Kudos. So the Kudos, you get any palette of your choice. So we have 5 palettes. So if you've already got palette 1, you could swing and get palette 4. If you've got 4, you can swing and get palette 1, or get 2 or 3 or 5. And then you also get any eyeliner of your choice. Obviously, I chose Perfect, which is black, and that's usually what people get. Can't go wrong with black. I mean, hello. And then you also get a set of mascara. I've already got my mascara on from this morning, but that comes in your Kudos for this month. And then you get a really nice drawstring bag, all of that for $74. These palettes are normally $49 by themselves. You're getting 7 colors, so that's a pretty sweet deal. That's a really good deal. Really good deal to get all of that for just $74. That's only while supplies last and only this month. So if you haven't gotten yours, you need to. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm grabbing my liner shader brush. I've got the liner end. I'm dipping it in my Forthright, and I've done it a couple times because I don't usually use this color. I usually use black. I'm going to try it with this and see if it's dark enough for me because I really like a dark liner. And again, you can use your pencil liner for this as well. I just find on the top, I prefer to use my liner shader brush. Somebody asked me the other day why. I feel a little more skilled, and it's just what you get used to. It's personal preference. I feel like I can be more precise with this brush on top, but I always use my pencil liner if I'm going to do on the bottom of my waterline. So let's see, what do I have? Georgie. Hey, Georgie. Did you find the eyeshadow underneath your lash line comes off easily? Do you have a trick for it to stay longer? No, it stays on. And Georgie, tell me, have you used any of our shadows before? Answer that question first. No, I started to do this video live with my original makeup on that I put on earlier this morning. I kid you not, I'm not exaggerating. My eye makeup looked exactly the same as it did when I put it on this morning. I did nothing. On my lower lash line, I did absolutely nothing. Now on my where I put my shadows on top, on my lid and crease and all of that, I always use a eye primer. We have a really great eye primer. I always put that on first, but on the lower, I do nothing. I don't know what kind of, if you use any kind of products on your eyes, maybe a moisturizer or something, if you get it near your eyes and if it tends to make you a little oily in that area, that might cause it to come off. But if you haven't used our shadows, I'm telling you, right now, that is what made me fall in love with Younique over 3 years ago, was the shadows. It wasn't even the mascara. Even though I loved the mascara, I've never found shadows that I love as much as ours. And I have 2 big, huge palettes that are not Younique sitting right here in my bathroom. One day, I just wanted to try them. Nothing compares. I have tried all different brands. Nothing compares to our shadows. So anytime someone asks me, will they come off? Will they come off? No, they will not come off. I don't have creasing. I don't have problems with them sweating off. Hey, Hillary, I'm glad you got me. They stay on literally all day long, and I don't have to touch up any bit at all. So that is true. And that's why I think that's why I do eye looks all the time, because they're my very favorite. I love to experiment with these shadows, and they're the best shadows that I've ever found. So you have 1 and 3. So do you have issues with them coming off, Georgie? I'm so glad that you have them. I couldn't remember what. I know that you've gotten some from me or some products, but I couldn't remember what you had gotten. So tell me, do you put them on the bottom and do you have issues with it coming off? Okay, sorry, I was talking, so I just kept going over that. So there we go. That is my winged liner with Forthright. And that is pretty much, I think that's the look, right? Yeah, I've got my liner. I'll come over it really quick with a fresh layer of mascara gel. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Alexis. Like I said, this is my mascara from this morning, but I will go ahead and put just an extra coat of gel on. Magnificent and Proud Splurge Shadows are great eyeliners. Ooh, I haven't tried them as an eyeliner. That's a good tip. I'll try that. I actually just got Magnificent a few weeks ago, and I tried it a little bit in my crease, but I have not tried it as a liner. So thanks for that. I'll definitely try that. You have all of them in Love Loose. Love Loose. Love Loose Powder. Is that what you mean, Kimberly? Hey, Leslie. I think I missed a question. You sweat like a man, Miranda, and they stay put. I love your honesty. I'm not a girl sweater either. I don't like sweat excessively, but I mean, I got it in me. Like I can if I'm working really hard or something. And I can sweat where it's not pretty. I can tell you that. You should have seen me at the soccer game Saturday. I was sweating. Thankfully, I wore the right clothes because it's all about that. But, yeah, it's not pretty if I'm wearing the wrong thing. But, yeah, it was funny, too. We were playing putt-putt golf in Florida, and this girl behind me, she was talking to her husband or boyfriend or whoever, and she was like, my makeup is just, like, sliding off of my face. And I immediately was like, where's my card? Where's my card? And y'all, I should be smacked because I didn't turn around and introduce myself and say who I was, but I didn't have a card or anything, so I knew I didn't even have my cell phone. I knew there was no way for us to exchange information. Oh, I was kicking myself. Don't leave home without your cards, because if I had had a card, I would have said, I have got the most amazing products for you. It will not slide off your face, because here I am playing putt-putt golf in the heat, and my makeup looked, I have to say, it looked pretty good. Like it was, and it was from that, well, it was from that afternoon after we came in from the pool. And at this point, I think it was like 10 o'clock at night, and it still looked really, really good. And so I wanted to be like, see this? Yeah, you can have this. All you gotta do is go here and you can have these products. But she sat there and talked about that for 5 minutes. It killed me. It killed me. So yeah, these products definitely stay put. Definitely. Hey, Patty. Hey, Letitia. Let's see. Let me see what else I missed here. Magnificent. Hey, Brandy. Loose pigment powder. Okay, well, I thought that's probably what you meant. You have palette 1, you want them all. Well, then you need to get them all. They're all gorgeous, and they last forever. I've never gone through a palette. I'm not even close going through a palette. And Addiction Palette 1 was my first purchase many moons ago whenever these came out originally, and I still have a lot of, that one right there is the one that I've used the most out of this palette, which is weird because I use these two as my crease colors a lot, but maybe because I use two colors I don't use as much. So they do last forever. Georgie, let's see. You've tried using shadow underneath your lash line on the bottom. You usually use a pencil. Oh, you've never tried it. Okay, well, try it. See if you can try that and tell me what you think. I use the Beachfront Bronzer first. You don't have to do that if you don't have that. Just your 1 and 3 palette that you've got. If you can find, or if you have like a brush, I don't know how well you can see that, that's a little more precise. It's just small and kind of comes to a tip. Just kind of roll your brush and just follow it right under your lash line right there. If you come down too far, just take your pinkies and wipe off any excess to fix that. But I really think you will like it. And then if you still want to do your liner on your lower lash line, on your waterline, you can do that like I did. But for that really pretty look, I think you can do that. And especially like with your palette 3. Hang on, let me grab my palette 3. Let me tell you what to do. What 2 colors to use. Where's my palette 3? So what I would probably do with palette 3, I think it would actually be very pretty. What I would probably do is go in with Flippant, this purple here, like I did my Malibu bronzer. Put that on your skin, more on your skin, right? So that's that real light pinkish purple. And then focus Cheeky more so on your actual lash line because it's darker. So it sort of fades down the dark into the light a little bit. So try that and tell me what you think. And then if you want to do your liner on your lash, on your waterline, you can still do that. Yeah, Yusina, I'm sure. I know. It's like, it kills me when people like, I'm like, I can fix you. I can fix you. I can totally fix you. I know. Well, I didn't have my phone. Well, yeah, you know what? I should have said, do you have your phone? I'm like you guys. I'm always talking about don't be afraid and blah, blah, blah. And it just, it is kind of uncomfortable sometimes because I don't want to come off as that creepy girl that's like, hey, I am listening to your conversation and here's my name and let me see your phone. I'm going to find myself and make you my friend, which is what I really wanted to do. I didn't. But I did meet some other people, and we did friend each other on Facebook. But I did. I missed out on that one, and, you know, we all do it. Lesson learned. I won't let it happen again because I can't. I got to practice what I preach too, right? Yes, Amy, it is great for tight lining as well. Thanks, Brandy. I'm looking at your other questions, you guys. Keep the questions coming if you have some. I'm sure I missed a whole bunch. I'm trying to catch them this time. You love to smoke out the look and apply shadow under the lash line. Yes, it's perfect for a smoky eye. When I want to get really dramatic, I will even come down a little bit further with a darker color. Maybe a grayish or a darker brown than what Chipper is. And then I'll come in with even darker color, maybe even our Rate, which is our black, onto my lower lash line. And then I'll still come in with a my liner, my perfect black liner. And you can really make a dramatic smoky look if you want to. Oh, you learned it from my YouTube videos. Well, that's good. I'm just happy that I actually teach stuff because I was always the one that needed to be taught. So that makes me happy. Emma, you got to get palette 3. Palette 3 is gorgeous. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Shannon. Thank you so much, Lindsay. Okay, so let me look down. I've been talking so much. I'm sorry. I'm apparently in a talkative mood tonight. So I know that you guys can't see that really good. Oh, I told you I would wipe off my makeup. Let me see if this shows up on camera. It sure shows up in real life. I can tell you that. So it's going to show you guys what I have covering on my forehead. Do you see this? See that? That is what my makeup is covering up right there. That is the lovely melasma from the sun. And the weird thing is that, see that? So the weird thing, and it's like in this horseshoe shape. I mean, really, at least be a pretty shape, like a heart or something. I don't know. It's annoying. Let me turn that light down so you guys can see it better. Can you see that? So that's what my makeup is covering up. And then look here. Turn that back up. How do I keep my lipstick off your teeth? That. If you'll put your lipstick on and do that, I know that's kind of gross. Make sure your fingers are clean, but the lipstick, the excess will get onto your finger and it stays off of your teeth. And you will catch me doing this a lot just to make sure I didn't accidentally have some. Only with my lip gloss, and if I, but I'll give you another trick. Use the lip brush right here. Use the lip brush. You can really control the amount of lip product that you're putting on, and if you will use your lip brush, even with the glosses, with anything, I for sure use it with my Splash. It's my favorite. You will just control the amount of lip product that you put on, and it's not going to get on your teeth as it would applying the product directly from its original packaging, if that makes sense. So use this. I'm telling you, it's amazing. That saves my makeup bag all the time. Oh yes, Tabitha, I am for sure going to convention. I'm going to show you guys this other spot. I would not miss convention for anything. Can you guys see the unevenness? Can you see that? Right there. So it's like real light, almost bleached skin, and then it's real dark. So it just looks like a birthmark. So that's what I'm dealing with the melasma. It's the same on my other side as well. This side is worse. See that? So that is what good makeup covers. People say, you have such good skin. I'm like, no, I don't. Thank you. I have great makeup. It covers all that up. Let me see if you can see on this side. Oh yeah, on this side too, I have, look at that, guys. I have, so I used to have a really bad sunspot and I had it removed. Casey at Skin Deep, she did a tattoo laser and zapped that and got rid of it. But the melasma right here shows up pretty bad. It's like a big circle about this big on my cheek. And then around my lip area, it gets, you probably can't see it as good on camera, but I've got this real dark area that comes right here on my lip. So do you guys see what all this makeup is covering up? Let me turn that light back down again. Can you see all that? My sister is texting me. Sister, if you're watching, I'll answer you back in a minute. All right, so there, yeah. So that's what the makeup is covering up. Somebody asked me a question. Nan, I am using Taffeta foundation. I can actually swing. Taffeta is normally my winter color. Even though it is summertime, I have actually been using always my tanning spray, and then I use my Taffeta liquid, and then I'm actually using chiffon powder. And I've just ordered, where's my chiffon powder? I've just ordered my loose powder, and I went ahead and ordered chiffon and taffeta because I watched Jenny Peterson's video, and she was saying that the loose powder seems to be a little bit darker than our liquid. So I'm curious to see how that's going to look. So I just went ahead and got both colors just to see. But here is my chiffon. I know you can't tell the color, but the powders are lighter than the liquid. But chiffon powder is still dark enough to warm up that taffeta for me, but I never, ever, ever go without my beachfront bronzer. And I'm using the color Malibu, and that's what I will put right here in the hollows of my cheeks, right up here, and then around my jawline, and then I'll come down a little bit on my chest. That warms everything up, and it kind of leaves this part, the middle part of my face, brighter and lighter for a highlighting. And then I kind of contour with this, so it makes everything kind of match. All right, whoops, where'd my questions go? You use taffeta too, Emma. Thanks, Carrie. All right, guys, so if I missed any of your questions, please let me know. I will come back and I will make sure and answer anything that I have already missed. But don't forget about the kudos. I'll post the link below. Okay, good, Georgie. Let me know how that works out for you. I'm very anxious to hear from you. Thank you guys. And yeah, I see some more that I've missed. I apologize about that. But I'll come in and answer them. I'll post the link below. I'll also post a final picture of this eye look because I know this does not do it justice. And I hope you guys have a fabulous night. And I'll also post below what I'm wearing on my lips for you guys. Happy Sunday night, guys. Have a wonderful week next week. Bye.